Hey guys, Lady Rainosaro here, and welcome to the wrong ends for chapter 2. Apparently there is a lot of wrong ends in chapter 1. Yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of reading the little things to get it, to get all the different ends, but I'm gonna try my best. So here are the wrong ends. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wrong ends. Holy hell. 6 wrong ends in episode 2. So let's go. One of them I already got when I initially played through. But now, let's do this. Alright, so this is wrong ending number 1. I do have the lucky charm. So, I'm gonna, yeah, I have the lucky charm just in case if this kid catches me, another time. But, yeah, for now, yeah, this is the ending that I got before. So, I hate this part. I hate you. Yeah, Lucky Charm, go! And then, unfortunately, the Lucky Charm goes away after that, I found out. And now for the wrong end. Hate you. No, let me go, please! I was caught in his cold, dead hands. He had me by the wrist and absolutely was not letting me go. Let me go. It's so warm. I want to feel more. Blech. With one sudden, inelegant movement, he grabbed my hair in his other hand and began violently pulling me on it with all his might. Oh, sorry. In that instant, I found myself unable to breathe and unable to speak. The hand that was previously on my wrist was now strangling the life out of me, gripping my neck with an almost inhumane amount of strength. For a brief moment, I could feel a cold sensation on my arm. And then just like that, my entire torso was forced backwards into a decidedly unnatural bend. I heard a sound like the crackling of a huge lobster tail. Cracking? Sudden jolts of intense pain shot through every last inch of my body with electricity, and sweat began overflowing from every pore. My body, equally uncertain on how to react to levels of pain this severe, responded with intense nausea. Somebody, please! How many people were in the room with me? I was feeling the touch of countless hands, and some clearly did not belong to children. Who were these people, and how many of them were holding me down? Yet another hand grabbed my ankle. With an even greater force than before, my legs were pulled in opposite directions. Then with a startlingly loud crunch, they snapped right off my hips. My limbs were either gone now or barely still attached. I was like a discarded wishbone, or a toy they had no qualms about breaking. And that was wrong end number 1. Joyous, joy, fun, joyous. Hooray. Okay, to get 2 of the wrong endings from what I read, this is a notebook right here in classroom 1C. Do not pick it up. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna not pick it up, and then we're gonna continue on our way. Alright. So wrong end number 2. We look at Rio again. I hate you. I fucking hate this kid. His icy child-sized hands caught hold of my wrists and wouldn't let go. Try as I might, I couldn't shake him. Damn it! Here we go again. What? Where am I? When I came to, I found myself restrained. I couldn't move a muscle. I was lying face up on some kind of table with both arms and both legs firmly bound by rope? I guess. It was digging into my skin, whatever it was. God damn it, I must have passed out or something. So, and after Shinozaki specifically warned me not to look into his eyes, too. My head was the only part of my body that didn't have its movements prohibitively restricted, so I was able to look around the room to some extent. The walls and ceilings seemed to be made of dirt or mud. I didn't get the impression that I was in the school anymore. It looked and felt kind of like I was in some basement room, or more specifically, a mine or bomb shelter or something. Thick, gloppy bloodstains saturated every corner of the room, and the stench in the air was enough to send a shiver down even the most hardened spine. It seemed fairly apparent what this room was used for. At least, it was as apparent as it needed to be. But the scariest part was, I remembered this place. I've been here before. Or I had a nagging sense that I'd been here before anyway, much like Shinozaki had said about the weird classroom just moments before. So, I don't get any of this. What the hell is going on around here? I've got to figure out how to escape. Fuck you, bitch. Escape? But you already know that's impossible. I know that face. Fuck you. Oh. The voice belonged to a little girl who looked like she was right around 10 years old, at most. She was wearing a red dress and staring at me through a mop of messy black hair with a smirk on her face and a condescending glint in her eyes.
Sachiko.
Sachiko? Wait, Sachiko? I muttered a name without thinking, surprising myself. How do I know who this was? So, and more to the point, who was Sachiko? So, hey, you remember me! How is it that Sachiko remembers this shit? I wasn't able to kill you last time, but I'm ready to see this through to the end now. And I'm gonna take my time with it too. I'm gonna make sure everything goes exactly the way I want it to. Take out your paper scrap. I love Yoshiki. Why don't you shut the fuck up, you psychotic little brat? In the very next moment, everything around me seemed to go white. They look red to me. Psychotic little brat, huh? So, little bitch. Sachiko was now staring at me with cold, unmoved, and unwavering expression. I was in more pain than I'd ever felt in my entire life. I focused my gaze on the filthy giant at her side, who seemed to be doing her bidding. So, I wondered how she was able to, like, really I don't know. His enormous hammer was still resting on the mess that was previously my right ankle up until about a few seconds ago. Ow. I was all too aware that the extreme impact had pierced my flesh, shattering my bones, and even sprayed the room with shards of marrow. And yeah. This was beyond pain. Every last nerve ending in my body was on alert. I could feel the underside of my skin. I wanted to puke, but I knew it would be no good. So, I'm going to crush every last part of you, one after the other, from the tip of your toes on up. Go on then, keep going! I fucking hate Sachiko. I'll end with your face. Kind of a shame, since you're such a cool looking guy, but I really want to see what you look like with your eyes popped out. Yeah. Stop this, you... Such a rebellious stare. Let's see, what part of you gets smashed up next? Screw you, you bitch! You don't scare me! I tried my best to stay strong and not give her the satisfaction of seeing me in pain or afraid. But in truth, I was scared out of my mind. All I wanted to do was shrink back in fear and agony. It took every fiber of my being to resist. Is that so? Well, then how about this? Hey, Blackhead, show our guest here what else we have in store for him. The red-eyed giant laid down his hammer, but rather than feeling relief, I was instead even more worried by Sachiko's sadistically overjoyed expression. Whatever could this be? I was flabbergasted. I couldn't even speak. Oh no. Shit. So, please. There you go, that's what I like to see.
悔しいね。憎いね。幸子たちを殺したいでしょう。
Isn't it horrible? Don't you just hate us? Wouldn't you just love to kill us?
幸子は優しいからお兄ちゃんはまだ殺さないであげる。
But Sachiko is merciful, so she's not gonna kill you just yet.
でももし殺してやるが殺してくれになったらその時は優しく殺して
So should you ever change your tune from I'm going to kill you to kill me please though, just let me know and I'll be happy to oblige. As she said this, she drew her face in close and I could feel her tiny cold lips sucking the tears from my cheek.
その憎悪が死んでからも変わらなければお前も私になれるかもしれないね。
And should your hatred die away before that happens, you might just become another part of me. Wow, that was a really sucky wrong ending. Holy God. Oh my. Okay, so the next wrong ending is instead of removing the bandages, we're gonna try and reach the bucket.
包帯なんて後でいいだろう。それよりもたもたしてたらバケツが。
We can worry about the bandages later, but if that bucket falls, it's all over. We got to do something about it pronto.
そうだね。私棚の上の石膏像を押さえてるから。
You're right. Okay, I'll hold down the statue on the shelf then.
よし、俺がバケツ外すから、そっちは頼む。
So, alright, and I'll try to get that bucket down. Make sure you hold on tight.
気をつけてね。
Be careful.
くそ、そこには手届くんだが、取っ手に触れねえ。
Damn it, I can just barely touch the bottom of it. I can't get anywhere near the handle.
無理に取ろうとしちゃダメだよ。
Don't try anything funny with it or it might spill.
わかってる。考えたくねえけど、もし中身が硫酸とかだったら、こぼしただけでアウトだからな。
I know. God forbid there's sulfuric acid in there or something. Where the slightest spill would mean game over.
机か椅子を動かして重ねたら
We could try stacking a few desks or chairs. We're in a locker room.
それしかねえか。
Yeah, I think that may be our only option here.
どうなってんだ。どれもこれも床に張り付いちまったみたいに動かねえ。
The hell? Every single one is stuck fast to the floor. They won't budge. This brought to mind all the doors and windows that were so firmly frozen in place they might as well have been cement walls. I didn't need convincing. I knew what Kishinuma said was true. Those desks and chairs weren't going anywhere. I had no other choice but to step in.
岸沼くん、机の上で私を肩車して。
Kishinuma, how about I piggyback on your shoulders on top of one of the desks?
けどよ、お前スカートで。
But you're wearing a skirt. Ugh.
そんなこと言ってる場合じゃないでしょ。石膏像が落ちる前に早く。
Oh, now we have no problem about decency? Now's not the time to worry about that. We need to get this done before the statue falls, right?
おう。
You got it.
おっと、なんだよこの机は。あ、いや、床が傷んでんのか。とにかく慎重にな、鈴本。
Oh, what the hell is wrong with this disc? Is the floor buckled or something? Don't worry, Suzumoto, I've got you. Just focus on what you're doing. Okay. I swallowed nervously, then reached my hands over my head, careful not to make any sudden movements. I could reach the bucket handle just fine, fortunately. Now all that remained was untying it and getting it down without spilling whatever happened to lie within. God, what the hell is in here? It's really heavy. Whatever it was, it definitely wasn't liquid. This was a solid, tangible weight. It felt almost as if the whole thing was filled to the brim with lead. I tried my hardest to maintain balance while adjusting to this unexpected new mass in my hands, but... It was no use. The bucket was slipping loose from my grip, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. Inevitably, my hands gave out, and the bucket was airborne. Someone had coated it in soapy water or oil, making it virtually impossible to hold on to. Whoever set this trap had apparently anticipated this very scenario and planned for it accordingly. We were meant to find this girl, we were meant to try rescuing her, and we were meant to fail miserably. This is all one big joke to someone. The bucket flipped over in midair, raining its contents down onto the unknown, unsuspecting victim below. Directly onto her face. Her cries only lasted for 1 or 2 seconds. They were followed by a few convulsions in her legs, and then stillness. Thousands of assorted nails, razors, scissors, and tacks all stuck the poor girl's face, piercing her soft cheeks and eyes and filling her mouth. It took almost no time at all for what was left of her pale, perfect skin to be dyed crimson.
そんな。
I did this. I killed her.
バカ野郎！お前の俺たちのせいじゃん。
You mental? This isn't our fault.
やだ。こんなつもりじゃ。
So, God, no. It wasn't meant to be this way.
ごめんね。許して。
I'm sorry.
許して。
I'm sorry.
許して。
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please, forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. No. Yikes. At least we now know what was in the bucket. That was very not cool. It seems like Yoshiki is the #1 person, like, so far. Because, like, when we got, like, the second wrong ending, it was awful. Like, for some reason, every time Yoshiki gets a wrong ending, he gets, like, the worst of the wrong endings. Alright. 3 down. I think 4 more to go? One of them. Alrighty, so we're heading off to basically the next 2 wrong ends. As long as you did not pick up that notebook and attained the rope, we're going to try and attempt, there we go, we're going to try and attempt to jump across this broken path here, because for some reason by not picking up that note, you don't see the shiny at the bottom of the gap, so you guys don't climb down here. So this is gonna be wrong ending 5 and 6.
まずはロープをどっかに結びつけて固定しねえとな。
So first things first, we gotta get one end of the rope fastened onto something.
そこの教室の机とかどう？
How about the desk inside that classroom?
大丈夫かよ。机なんかロープ引っ張ったら動いちまうぞ。
I don't know about that. In that, you pull on the rope and that desk is totally going to move.
そっか。教卓はちょっとロープの長さが足りないかもしれないし。
That's true. Maybe the teacher's podium? No, the rope wouldn't be long enough to stretch that far.
ロープを結びつけた机を入り口近くに移動させて。
Couldn't we attach it to a desk and move that desk right up against the classroom door?
それでロープが出る隙間だけ残してドアを閉めれば机はドアに引っかかって動かないと思います。
Then just close the door most of the way, leaving only a crack for the rope to slip through. That way the door will keep the desk in place.
なるほど。ドアを片側に寄せて二重にしとけばまず外れることなんてないしいけるかも。
I see. As long as we double loop the rope around the desk, then it should hold. And with the door serving as a barrier, yeah, this just might work.
よし。じゃあ、まず俺がロープ持って向こう
Alright.
側にジャンプするからな。
So, alright. Guess I'll grab the rope then and jump across with it.
気をつけてね。
Be careful, okay?
この距離なら楽勝楽勝。
Hey, don't worry. At this distance, it's child's play.
よっと。おっと。ビビった。
Oh, holy crap! That scared me.
大丈夫？岸沼くん。
Are you alright, Kishinuma?
ああ、その辺微妙に床板が脆いみてえだから気をつけろよ。
Okay. Yep, the floorboards on this side are just a little dicey, that's all. We'll all need to be real careful around them.
よし、鈴本、ロープを伝って順番にこっち来いよ。危ないから一人ずつな。
Okay, Suzumoto, hang on the rope and come on over. One at a time, though, since it's kind of dangerous.
ナナちゃん、私が先に渡るから後から来れる？
Nana, I'd like you to go. Bleh, I'd like you to go first. Will you be okay going after me?
はい、できると思います。
Sure, I think I can do it. Eh?
どうした？
What's wrong?
学生証落としちゃった。篠崎さんにもらった幸子さん人形の切れ端挟んであったのに。
Well, it's all over now. I dropped my student ID with the scrap of paper from the Sachiko charm still in it.
そんなもん後で下の階に拾いに行きゃいいだろう。それより危ねえからよそ見してねえで早く渡れよ。
We can go downstairs later and get that. For now, just focus on getting across safely, okay? Okay.
ナナちゃん、いいよ。来て。ロープしっかり掴んで気をつけてね。
So, I'm over, Nana. You're next. Make sure you hang on to the rope tightly and be real careful, okay?
わかりました。
Got it. Oh my. Aw, no.
なんだあいつ。なんかやべえぞ。
Okay, who the hell is that? I don't think he's friendly.
ナナちゃん、急いでこっちに。
Nana, come on, hurry! Oh dear. For about as much time as it took a single shiver to run up and down a person's spine, the hallway was completely silent. Then the moment Nana's foot left the floor on the other end of the hole, there was an abrupt, almost exaggerated spray of blood. The back of the strange, bloody-eyed man's massive hammer had come down hard, roughly splitting through not only the rope, but both of Nana's legs as well. More than anything, I wanted to look away. I wanted to look away from those desperate tear-filled eyes, that shocked, pained expression. Not to mention the sight of Nana's dangling torso with nothing at all left below the thighs.
ロープ離すんじゃねえぞ。すぐに引き上げてやっから。
Don't
さっさと手貸せ。
don't let go of the rope. We'll pull you up, Suzumoto. I need your help.
足がナナちゃんの
Her legs. Nana's legs.
バカ野郎、まだ生きてんだろうが。
Dumbass, she's still alive, and we can help keep her that way.
助けても助けてあげても
So, but even if we save her, even if we pull her up,
余計なこと考えんな。ちくしょう、なんだよ足くれ。俺が背負ってやら。
don't think about that right now. God damn it! If she needs legs, we'll lend her ours. I'll carry her on my back.
止血しなきゃ
We need to do something. We need to stop the bleeding.
どけ。このロープで太もも縛って。くそ、ひでえ。
Move! I'll tie the rope tight around her thighs. Damn it! This is so messed up.
ここ離れるぞ、鈴本。
We need to get away from here, Suzumoto.
クソ変質野郎。その図体で飛べるもんなら飛んでみやがれ。
You goddamn fucking asshole. If you think you can jump this gap with that zombie-ass body of yours, then why don't you just try it?
息はしてる。でも気絶してるみたいだな。
She's still breathing, but she's passed out.
その方がいいよ意識があったらどんなに痛いか
It's probably for the best. If she were conscious, think how much pain she'd be in.
けど意識がねえってことは体力的にやべえってことだろ。なんとかしなきゃな。
Yeah, but if she's passed out, that can't be a good sign for her chances of survival. We gotta do something to save her.
なんとかって私たちお医者さんじゃないんだよこんなひどい怪我どうしたらいいのか
What can we possibly do? We're not doctors. With a wound this bad, I wouldn't even know where to begin.
消毒液と包帯くらいあんだろ。保健室か理科室か職員室かどっかによ。
So we can at least dress the wound with antiseptic and bandages. There's gotta be some in the infirmary or the science lab or the staff room or somewhere.
とにかく俺らでできることしてやんなきゃ。
Either way, we have to at least try.
そうだね
Yeah, I guess you're right.
とりあえずちゃんと休めるとこに移動しようぜ。
For now, we should focus on finding someplace safe where she can rest. Oh, shit.
Oh, あいつさっきのどうやってこっちに来たんだよ。
It's the same guy. How the hell did he get over here? Okay, so the fifth wrong ending, we get caught by him. So we're gonna do that.
とにかく逃げなきゃ
I don't know, but we have to run. The bloody-eyed man raised his right leg, then quickly brought it down onto Nana's stomach, pinning her to the ground and forcing blood from her wounds. Happy sounds. few stumps later, what looked to be gastric juices began spewing from Nana's mouth, and her momentary consciousness was cut short as she passed out again. Probably died. This didn't stop the man from continuing his stomping fit. However, he was putting his whole body weight into every blow. I could hear the sound of bones breaking. Nana's chances of survival were lessening with every passing moment, and they weren't good to begin with. What could I do? I wanted to save her somehow, but I couldn't even move.
てめえその足をどけやがれクソが
God damn it, get your fucking foot off her, you bastard! Kishinuma's attempt to save Nana was short-lived. The bloody-eyed man swatted him back like a fly, and he immediately fell through a hole in the floor.
お待たせ。今度はあなたの番よ。
Fuck you, Sachiko. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's your turn now. Yeah,
お姉ちゃ
Sachiko.
ん、遊ぼう。
Hey, wanna play?
思い出した。私。
So, I remember now. This.
ここで死ぬんだ。
This is where I die. Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna get like a very gruesomely descriptive of her dying. Alrighty. Okay, now we're gonna try. We're gonna skip this guy. The science lab is locked. Okay. No good, the door's locked. We can't waste time here or he's going to catch us. I wonder if that key I found will work. Try it. Please, open!
外れた。
It turned!
よし早く中に
Good, come on, let's get inside!
鍵閉めたから。
So, okay, I've locked it behind us.
とりあえずは安全か
I think we're safe for now.
でもあのデカブツ斧みてえの持ってやがったからなドアが破られる前にこっちもなんか武器でも探さねえと
But that damned pig's got a hammer like an axe. So before he busts through this door, we need to find something we can use to defend ourselves.
その前にナナちゃんの手当てを。何この匂い。
But what about tending to Nana's wait, what? What's that smell? 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 Oh, it's just more dead bodies. It's a dead body bound to a chair with wire by both its wrists and ankles. Based on height and uniform, this is most likely a junior high school girl. She seems to have had hot oil poured over her head, burning everything above her chest into a black and unidentifiable mess. The only discernible facial feature is a missing tongue, and that's only because its stump is still faintly visible through her broken front teeth. The wire around her wrists and ankles seems to have really dug into the skin too, suggesting she put up a hell of a fight before taking her final breath.
この制服、ナナちゃんと同じ。
This uniform, it's the same as Nana's.
学生証に写真があるな武蔵川女子中学校1年6組
Look,
天戸屋なり
look, there's a photo on her student ID. Musashigawa Girls Middle School, Class 1-6, Nari Amatoya.
アリちゃん。
あ意識戻ってたのか
I'm guessing she's awake. Look, she's awake. Ugh! Ah, you're awake!
ナナちゃん、見ちゃダメ。
Nana, don't look!
これ、ナリちゃん。
What? Is this Nari? No, no!
嘘だよ。こんなの。
So,
ナリちゃん、絶対みんなで脱出するって約束したのに。
so no, it can't be. Not like this. Nari promised that we'd all escape from here together.
こんなのって違う。絶対ナリちゃんなんかじゃ。
This can't be her. It has to be some kind of mistake. It has to be.
しっかりしてナナちゃん。まだ他にも会いたい人が、友達や先輩が
Calm
いる
down.
でしょ。
So, calm down, Nana. There are other people you need to find. Friends and peers, right?
もういないかもしれないよ。
No, they're probably gone too. Oh, look, it's life of the party.
これなんだ。
Let's play a game. What's this? It was a little girl with matted, oily black hair spilling down her shoulders and over her chest. She was holding something under her arm. As she drew out the vowel in her sadistically playful question, she triumphantly flourished this object, revealing to be a human head. It was a girl's head with a perfectly uniform bob framing her face. She looked like the quiet type. Her mouth was hanging half open, trails of blood stained onto her chin, and once again the tongue was nowhere to be found.
はやちゃん。
Chihaya?
これちはやちゃんって言うんだ。ん？ちはやちゃんは何度も呼んでたよ。
Oh, so her name is Chihaya, isn't
ち
it?
ゃん。
So, her name is Chihaya, is it? She's calling for you right up until the end, over and over again. She bleated out, Nana!
ナナちゃん、私死んじゃった。どうして助けに来てくれなかったの？
I hate Sachiko. Watch this, Nana! I'm dead now. Why didn't you come and save me? The girl in the red dress thrust her hand up into Chihaya's neck and was moving her mouth up and down while saying this, like a ventriloquist with a dummy. Give her back! Give her back! Give me back my friends Chihaya! Nari! With those words, Nana lapsed back into unconsciousness on Kishinuma's back, never again to awaken. As for me and Kishinuma, we knew the chase was over. There was nothing left to say. We just stood there, petrified at the thought of what has yet to come. Oh good, nothing horrible happened to Mayu or Yoshiki. Still a wrong end. Okay, so this is gonna be wrong ending number 4. Now, basically to get this, the only way to activate the hole and then looking down and be like, I see something shiny, you have to pick up the notebook in the 1A room when you're Mayu. So make sure instead of missing the notebook, you pick it up. So, and this time, we're sending in Yoshiki. I'm sorry.
これだけ強く結んでおけばほどけないよ。
Alright, that should be tight enough to ensure it stays tied down. It stays tied.
Thank you. じゃ、ちょっと降りてくるわ。ロープつが補題頼んだぜ。
So, thanks. I'm gonna take that first step now. I leave the rope or the bandages, I guess, in your capable hands.
了解。気をつけてね。
So, roger that. Be careful, okay?
何かあったら包帯を引いて合図してください。私たちですぐ引き上げますから。
So, if anything happens, give the rope a tug to let us know and we'll pull you up.
お前らの力じゃ無理だって。そん時は必死で登るから、ロープだけは離さないでくれよ。
So, I don't think you two are quite capable of that. If anything happens, I plan to climb back up like a madman. So, just make sure you hang on tight.
Shit. 鈴本、地面についたぜ。
Okay, Suzumoto, I'm on solid ground.
大丈夫？どう？何かありそう？
So, everything alright? Do you see anything?
暗くてよくわかんねえけど、今から調べてみる。
It's too dark to tell just yet. I'm going to feel around a bit. Lots of bodies. Not that this is a pleasant prospect, though it's too dark to see the area clearly. This entire space has an oppressive feel to it. Oh, now I'm in search mode. There are a large number of dead bodies. Died a long time ago.
こりゃ、一体何十年前から。
Man, how many decades have these bodies been here? It's a girl's body. This is one of the ones that seems like a more recent death. So recent, in fact, that there's still a hint of body heat coming off of her. All of her fingers have been cut off, and her tongue seems to have been removed as well. Her student ID name tag is clearly displayed on her jacket. Musashigawa Girls Middle School, Hikari Kiryu.
小笠原と同じ学校の制服か。そういや、更衣室で助けた時、光ってこの名前呼んでたっけな。
So, same school uniform as Ogasawara. Wow, okay. Come to think of it, didn't she call out to someone named Hikari when we saved her?
ちくしょう。なんて言やいいんだよ。
Huh. God damn it. How do you tell someone their friend is dead? There's something lying on the ground next to her body. It seems to be the glinting object that called attention to this room in the first place. Acquired bottle.
なんだこりゃ。香水かなんかか。
Huh. What the hell is this? Perfume, maybe? What the hell is this? Perfume, maybe?
あったぜ。なんか水みてえのが入った瓶だった。
So, I got it. It's a bottle with some kind of watery liquid in it.
登ってこられる？
Can you make it back up?
ああ、上から見るより高くねえみてえだしな。
Yeah, no problem. It's nowhere as deep as it looked from above.
おっとっと、意外と揺れて登りにくいな。おお。
Hold it steady, you two. I can't climb with it shaking like this. Ugh! Oh boy. After a split second of what seemed almost like weightlessness came a hard slam on the ground. And following momentarily afterwards was the other end of the rope. Did the girls let go? Fortunately, it happened while still fairly low to the ground, resulting in bruises. I'll bet painful ones rather than broken bones.
おい、鈴本、どうした？
What's the big eye?
おい、小笠原。
No response. Nana's body was simply going into repeated convulsions. And half her face had been smashed in like a watermelon. Her skull was clearly split wide open.
なんだよ小笠原がどうなってんだよおい鈴本
So, what the hell? The hell's going on here? Suzumoto!
Suzumoto! Oi! Suzumoto! どうした？なんなんだよ!
What the hell happened? What's going on up there?
Suzumoto! やめろ！誰だクソ！ふざけんじゃねえぞてめえ！
Suzumoto, whoever you are, get your fucking hands off of her. The hell do you think you're doing? I'm so sorry.
バカ野郎！鈴本！諦めんじゃねえ！絶対に俺が森重に合わせて！
Don't be a dumbass. You can't give up now. I'm gonna reunite you with Morishige, I swear.
なんだこりゃ血
So, what the hell is this? Blood? Blood spilled from above, as if someone were dumping a whole bucketful of it down the hole. Well, I guess Mayu's dead. And mixed in with this blood were various meat-like chunks of varying shapes and sizes. Chunks that were clearly pieces of a person's body. And that is all the wrong endings to episode 2. So, wow, those were fun. So, I'm still so amazed at how much effort the voice actors put into the voice acting. I mean, imagine the amount of hours they spent doing, screaming in, agony and stuff. Man. So, alright. Alrighty. So, that was all the wrong endings for episode 2. Since this is completed, I can now move on to episode 3, Encounter. So, super excited to play that. Yeah. I need to go to a happy place right now. Alright, see you guys in episode 3.